And we are live. Welcome to our weekly live here on Instagram and YouTube. And once again, we have Fernanda here with me to spend these 30 minutes talking, teaching, sharing. Fernanda, how are you?
I'm good, very good, and happy that we're going to do what I do best, talking.
Great, great. For those who are new here during this month, the main subject of these lives are to talk about strategies, methods, tools to prepare your 2025. Okay, how to do it. So the first live was last week. So if you are new here, go check what we did last week, and then you understand a little bit better what we are going to talk today, right?
And
Very good.
welcome.
Yes, yes, yes. Very good. So last week we had a homework, right? The main subject was to write down and celebrate your wins, your accomplishments, what worked during 2024, so you can have a baseline, a kind of a threshold of how to prepare 2025. Uh, but then, okay, we celebrated, we were happy. Probably you've listed all the wins, all the achievements month by month. But what do we do with that, right? It can be an amazing list, but we need to go a step further and grab all that material and start working on that direction to build a better 2025. And there's a tool here that we're going to share that is what worked and what's next. Okay, how to make sustainable changes or to grow for things that worked well. So, Fernanda, for you, what is your natural approach when you see like an achievement to see, okay, is this sustainable? Was this a peak? Was this related to something else that won't happen in 2025? How is your way of working this data here?
Okay, so the idea today is talk about the growth gap, which means last week we celebrated like everything that we were able to achieve in 2024, and today we're gonna do a little bit deeper evaluation about that. So we are going not just to celebrate, but to understand. And this is what usually I do. Okay, those were my results. What do they mean? Because they can mean a lot of things. So we're going to do a little bit deeper analysis about what we did, what we should keep, what we should throw away, and what we should improve. So the idea today is to share and to give to everyone that's listening to us tools to work better, to develop better, and to plan better 2025. So
Hmm.
today, what I would do next after our last week celebration is, okay, let's understand all the goals that we had for 2024 and do this simple analysis. Okay, what was the expected result and what was the achieved result? I have this A and this B. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's equal, and sometimes it's worse. Okay, I have those results. Should I improve them? Should I keep them? Or this doesn't make sense for me anymore, so let's throw it away. So that's what I would do to start the
Hmm.
planning or the second step of our planning for 2025.
Great, great. I think to get even more concrete, because that's the challenge here, because we are talking to people that we don't know. So these achievements of 2024 can be from several areas of one's life. So an example, for example, let me see. Okay, I wanted to do exercise, and I set a goal of going to the gym 3 times a week. Okay,
Mhm.
for example,
Mhm.
that's quite
Mhm.
of a common challenge for many people, right?
And it
But
was our
it was ours. Yeah.
goal in 2023, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's something that happened to us.
Yes. Yes. But imagine that um, I had the goal of three visits to the gym weekly, and I realized I just went twice, which is common. Okay.
Mm. Mhm.
How do I work this information? For example, if I was a mentoree of yours,
Mhm.
say,
Mhm. Mhm.
Fernanda, did I fail here?
Oh, you didn't. You didn't. So let's see. Usually people say, I'm going to the gym this year. I have to enroll and to go to the gym. Usually this is the average decision for the beginning of the year. It's not something really deep or it's not something really detailed. Okay. So what did I do? Okay, I found the gym that I really like and I was able to do 2 times a week. Okay, what would be even better than that? Set up a schedule to go 4 times a week. I like this gym. I don't like to go beyond on your commitment to yourself to have a better result. And that's again exactly what happened to us today. And the idea is to keep that for the next year. We're going at least 4 times a week to the gym. And to be able to do that, we had to have another level of organization, of schedule. So,
Yeah.
okay, this time slot, it's my gym time slot, and this is non-negotiable. So, if you already go to the gym, go to the next level. Okay, this is my gym. This is not just my me moment, but it's my health that it's on game here. So this must be a priority for myself. So
Hmm.
this time slot is non-negotiable. I'm going to do that at least 4 times a week. You go deeper on your decisions.
Hmm.
For
Great.
example,
Yeah, and you just in a very simple way, you've mentioned this method called the 3 R's: to review, to reflect, and to redesign. Like review, oh, the goal was going to the gym, got it. I reflected, I went twice a week.
mm-hmm,
I understood what is the best time. I understood what was where is the room for improvement. So I was able to redesign the goal for 2025. And this
mm-hmm,
is a great way when you have when your achievements are very um, closed in a good way, not
mm-hmm,
like learning a new language. Like it's very open goal. Okay, but then when you say going to the gym, or if you set up a number of days per week, and it's more narrow your goal, it's better to do this review, reflect, and redesign, because you have more information about, I did it twice a week. Maybe I was lazy on Fridays. So I think
mm-hmm,
the Friday is the one that I can add to be 3 times a week, for example,
mm-hmm,
and so on. Or saying, yeah, I put Fridays, but Fridays I always have something to do that didn't finish on time during the week. So Friday is not a good day. So I'm reflecting, and so I need to redesign. Okay, probably going to do Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays,
exactly.
for example. Okay, having this ability, it's kind of it's a mental flexibility that we train to set up new goals, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it is a great tool, and it's easy to, as you mentioned so easily, to that example. Very
Yeah,
good.
and not a different example that usually people do in at the beginning of the year. Oh, I have to improve my reading. I did that. It was one of my personal objectives this year, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna create a list of books that I read so I can follow the books that I read, and I don't have to post about it. It's something for
Hmm.
myself. So I have them in my, I have a note and I write down all the books I read. And so this year, okay, what were the moments that I read the most? My case, it's really convenient for myself actually. It was during a flight, like when I was traveling. So maybe I'll have to travel more, I don't know. But this is a
Hmm.
moment that works. But if I put like 50 an objective, a goal of 15 pages a day, it would be completely doable. So maybe I'm gonna add that this year, and
Hmm.
I'm going to be even better this year in this objective. It has to have some consistency. For example, I remember this time I was having this conversation and I was giving an orientation to someone that I was following, and I was like, okay, what's your objective for this year? And the person said, you know what? I really would like to build a family, maybe to have a kid. And I said, okay, nice, beautiful. And I was just writing down. And a few moments later, I said, okay, what do you want to do this year? And the person said, I want to learn Chinese. And I was like, you understand that there is not coherence in your choices? So if to read or to do exercises or to meditate, it's important for yourself, it's not going to be important for a year. It's
Hmm.
something you should do in a long term, a commitment to yourself in a long term. So think about it. If you want to read because you want to educate yourself about something or just to relax because you like reading, okay, it's not something, okay, not this year. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
we can have some consistency. We started doing exercises, so we are going to improve that or at least to keep that for the
Yeah.
next years. We
Hmm.
are learning to meditate. That's something we do. Uh, we're not going to do that for a year. It's something you're going to add to your routine forever.
Yeah.
So we are just adjusting to make it work better in our lives. So this is the idea. And usually people have this, okay, physical activity is something really useful, professional development. So how are you going to develop your work or your profession? And it's something you have to build. It's not something you're going to change in a
Hmm.
year or usually, and it's really important that you do that, is have those financial goals. It's not something, oh, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm not going to think of, no, you have to. Okay,
Yeah.
so what are your financial goals? Those are my financial goals. And then you're
Hmm.
going to do the 3 R's:
Yeah.
revise and review, reflect, and
Reflect.
redesign.
Yes.
Okay, how was my financial goals? They were too big or they were too small? What did I do? Okay, and how can I prepare them for next year? And then
Yeah.
you are going to adjust and to improve your planification for the next year.
Yes. Yes. And money is a really interesting subject because uh, is a it is a very numerical subject, so you can put numbers there quite easily. But
Mm-hmm.
then there's always kind of a shame of, oh, I'm not going to say I want to earn my salary be this much. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this kind of, and then you are shy about putting your goals. But don't worry, you can do it the other way around, like your savings. How much of your salary be your savings? so you can save money. And or you can put percentages. How much do I want to earn more on my salary, right? So you can make not just about the real numbers, but you can do it by um, percentage, savings, um, other points of view of your income, right? And then, of course, there are crises, they are wars. They can affect immediately everything. So don't worry because these numbers can be tricky. Were you
Sorry, no,
able to
no, my
follow?
my
Yeah,
my AirPods were just having this moment, but we are good now. And yes, if you don't want to put a number, you can use a percentage or something like that. But it's something we shouldn't be shy about it. But it's not the subject today, so we can talk about it in another moment of our life. And there are a few things that I'd like to discuss before the end of our live
of
today.
course. Hmm.
That is the things that help us to achieve it fast, like the power ups or the
Hmm.
blockers of our goals. And it's really important to understand that, okay, what helped me or what prevented me to achieve my objective this year. I'm gonna give
Yes.
you an example. You know, and it's not a secret that I'm not a gym fan. I do that because I have to. I understand that's really important for my health, and I want to grow old health, and I want to live long. So I have to work. I have to go to the gym and work out. So I use tools and something that helps me to achieve this goal. I don't know how I can help. I can call it. Do you have an idea of a name for that? These accelerators, maybe.
Yeah, they can be supporters. They can be add-ons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see what helps me to commit to this goal. For example, I can go to the gym by myself, but I know if I call you or a friend of us to go with me, I'm gonna have an extra reason to go to the gym. And when you commit to someone else, it's going to be easier to go
Hmm.
to do these things that are not our favorite thing to do. So if you commit to someone else or if you organize to go together, it's going to work better. So try to understand what's going to help you to achieve your goals easily and what are the factors that are blocking you from doing that. I'm going to give you an example. Many years ago, I would like to go or I would go to the gym at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I always had something to do to solve something urgent, someone calling me, and I would never go because I had something more important to do than going to the gym. Or
Hmm.
I have something to do that I cannot save money, or I'm not going to read the book because it goes to any decisions that we make. So I decided to go to the gym early in the morning. So wake up, breakfast, and gym. And
Hmm.
later I'm going to start my day. I know that not everyone can do that, but if
Hmm.
you can, it can be a good idea. Another example, oh, at the end of the day, I'm really tired to do my meditation exercise. So when I go meditate, I fall asleep. And it's really common and it's legit that you feel that. So why don't you wake up 5 minutes earlier? And when your house is in silence and you haven't eaten yet and your mind it's not full of information yet, you sit and you do your 5 minutes meditation every day.
Mm-hmm.
So you start the day checking your
Yeah.
goals, the things that you do for yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I think there's also a good tip for those who are more motivated when they are with someone else, and that happens a lot in the gym or having reading groups, or
Mm-hmm.
there's this group factor that is quite important for many people. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but have your answer if your body can't. Like, oh, I'm planning to go to the gym. If the other says, oh, tomorrow I can't, train your answer saying, no worries, I'll go as well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Mm-hmm.
you won't be as satisfied, but don't or train yourself to avoid, oh, if you're not going, I won't be there as well. That's
Mm-hmm.
the easy escape room or the
Exactly.
escape path.
Exactly.
And then the thing is, at the end of the year, you realize I didn't went to the gym, but it was probably not you. You just went with the flow of the group not going, even though you have that goal. So if it is something that adds to your routine, to adds to your goals, great. But have this answer ready for yourself. Getting ready for yourself. Uh, and that way, if you have these external interferences, you already have the strategy to overcome them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the same thing as saving money. If you save money in the when you get your salary or at the end of the
At the end
month,
of the month, it's not gonna work.
it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Even you say, yeah, but I control all my expenses. Yes, but probably it won't work the same way. Okay, but sometimes there are a few months that you say, "Yeah, I'm tight this month, so I need to see if something resides at the end of the month, so I can put some to my savings." And there's the exception, knowing that sometimes, like if you go on holidays and you have your vacations with family, expenses are big, so probably you're gonna say, this month I won't be saving because I'll have lots of expenses.
Mm-hmm.
But if something is there remaining in your in your bank account, I'll put it into savings,
Yeah.
and that is your plan B.
Mm-hmm.
I think these strategies of having this kind of uh, one goal and then your plan B for many things are great ways of dealing with external factors,
Mm-hmm.
because it is tough, right?
Yeah. We can control the external factors, but we can control the internal ones, and sometimes we
Yeah.
don't pay attention to them. So, before we finish, I would say the main word to make it work for you is to create a routine, to
Hmm.
organize, to be organized. So, organize your routine, put in your agenda what's really important for you and what's really non-negotiable. Okay, if I'm gonna have a big flight to Brazil or to United States, I'm gonna buy a new book and read an entire book. But if I want to read more, I have to add that to my routine. So I'm gonna read 15 pages a day, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
do put that in my agenda. I'm gonna put my exercises in my agenda. I'm gonna separate my money as soon as I receive money and that saving account. Like, do it in a disciplined way, in a
Yeah.
routine way.
Hmm.
And something that really, another blocker, it's when anything you compare to the others. Because when you compare to others, there's always someone younger, smarter, wealthier, and healthier than you. So don't compare to others. Compare to what you were at the beginning of the year. Like, it's not a
Yeah.
competition. It's not about a competition. Life is not about a competition.
Hmm.
So I would say those two special tips are not gonna guarantee, but they are going to improve a lot the chances of your success. And in a year, I'm gonna receive a message from you saying, you were right, it worked.
Yes, yes. So to have this general overview of what to do. So in our last live, we set up different areas of our lives to list the achievements month by month. And now we're going to grab these achievements and apply these different methods.
Mm-hmm,
Sometimes
mm-hmm,
for specific goals, it's more suitable one method or the other. Other goals, you can apply the three of them. So one is what work, what's next, kind of the consistency or growth that we want to build from your prior achievements. And then the three R's: to review, to reflect, and to redesign. This kind of goes a little bit deeper. You go more into the detail of your goals. And
mm-hmm,
these external factors that are your add-ons, what speeds up your peak performance, your enthusiasm, your passion about the subject, and what is holding you, what is
mm-hmm,
blocking you,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
having that awareness. So if
mm-hmm,
you're able to do that for all of your achieved goals of 2024, you're going to have a new version, 2025, more detailed, with a lot of consistency, awareness, mindfulness in how to design your goals.
mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, of course, of course. And I
so
want to
the
hear,
guys have homework.
yes, and in a year, I want to hear what you achieved and how our tips helped you, and if you have an extra tip for us so we can improve ours
Of
as
course.
well, right?
Well, that's correct. And it's a wrap. Fe- Thank you so much for
No,
your
thank you.
knowledge, for your expertise in this subject. For you, it's very easy to talk about it. You feel very comfortable, and it's a very human approach
Thank
to
you.
something that can be very, very abstract, and it
Hmm.
shouldn't. It should be very human. And so, thank you for all of your knowledge, and we'll see you next week for another subject,
Thank
another
you.
topic in this main subject. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you for the partnership.
Thank
Bye
you. Bye.
bye.